All right, Hazbin Hotel fans, hold on to your hallows and horns. Season 2, Episode 2 has just changed the game for heaven, hell, and everyone in between. If you thought last week's showdown was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. The war between heaven and hell is spinning out. The rule books are being shredded, and a certain serpent inventor just blew a hole right through everything heaven thought it knew. If you're dying to understand the chaos, heartbreak, and hope unleashed in this episode, and what's coming next, you're in the right place. So, grab your snacks, settle in, and let's break down every twist, revelation, and emotional gut punch from Hazbin Hotel Season 2, Episode 2. Picking up right after the seismic events of the last episode, we're dropped right in the thick of heavenly panic. Adam is dead. Yes, dead. Apparently at the hands of a demon during the big battle. The leadership in heaven is totally freaked out. Never before has hell struck such a blow. And now the angels are struggling to figure out their next steps. Should they take revenge? Should they take a breath and try to do things differently? Emotions are running wild, especially among the higher-ups like Sarah and Lut, whose decisions literally impact the afterlife. But there's an even bigger shock. A demon just ascended to heaven. That's right, Serpentius, the flamboyant, snaky inventor from hell, is now standing before the entire heavenly council. Alarms are blaring all over the place. The angels thought redemption for demons was impossible, and now they're staring proof in the face. Sarah and her colleagues are demanding answers. How did this happen? Did someone breach heaven's defenses? Was this soul manipulated or forced in? There's talk of the morning star, that's Lucifer, and Charlie, the princess of hell, who is obsessed with making hell better and proving redemption is possible. The drama heats up fast. Accusations start flying as everyone tries to make sense of Serpentius' arrival. Was this part of an uprising? Did Charlie orchestrate this from the shadows? At first, Serpentius is overwhelmed, nervous. But then the speaker, basically heaven's big boss, gently asks him to explain himself. And this is the heart of the episode, the moment where we finally dig into Serpentius' past, regrets, and ultimate redemption. Serpentius tells a raw, honest story. Back in London, he was a solitary inventor, a hermit more obsessed with machines than people. In his isolation, he started watching people from afar, living vicariously through their moments. But then, one fateful day, he witnessed a murder and did nothing. The killer was a powerful client, and out of fear or apathy, Serpentius stayed silent. That silence weighed on him, especially as the killer went on to claim even more lives. Serpentius carried that guilt to the grave, which is how he ended up in hell. But here's where things get real in the present. His friends, especially Sherry, were in danger. This time Serpentius refused to be passive. He stepped up, put his own life on the line, and in that act, found redemption. The angels are blown away. Was it really possible for a sinner, a demon, to redeem himself and ascend to heaven? After a lot of heated debate, the speaker declares that Serpentius truly has atoned for his sins. He's a cleansed soul, free from fear and finally welcomed as heaven's newest citizen. In the middle of all this, Abel, Adam's son, who is now head of heaven's exorcist army, and the rest of the council are scrambling for power and position. Lut especially feels the sting of being demoted, and her anger simmers in the background. What's so cleverly done in this episode is that while the angelic politics swirl and the power dynamic shifts, Charlie's vision for hell and heaven is suddenly not so impossible. One by one, the walls are breaking down. Abel is appointed as the new head, recognized as more fair and level-headed than his father. Lut flips out, cursing both Abel and the new reality, but nobody is listening. Sarah, meanwhile, gets hit with the crushing knowledge that the exterminations she ordered in hell may have been all wrong. How many souls, she wonders, could have actually been saved if heaven allowed for real redemption? Meanwhile, Sir Pentious tries to adjust to life in heaven. Emily becomes his bubbly guide, enthusiastically introducing him to all the weird, wonderful perks of paradise. Marshmallow discotheques, unicorn polo stadiums, clouds of sugar, endangered animals galore. You name it. But all Sir Pentious wants is to see his friends again, those he left behind in hell. Emily, bless her heart, tries to distract him, promising he's one of a kind and will make tons of new pals. But Pentious feels the sting of solitude all over again. Heaven is everything, but it's also unfamiliar, and there's no way for him to reach those he loves. Yet, the emotional weight is spread across the board. Sarah has her own crisis of leadership and faith. She confesses she thought her exterminations were protecting heaven, but now wonders how many souls have been punished unfairly. In a bittersweet musical moment, she begs for guidance, hoping her mistakes won't become more bloodshed, desperately trying to reconcile justice with mercy. Then things take a darker turn. Lut, smarting from her losses, vows revenge. Adam shows up, in her mind, a taunting presence, and together they fuel each other's rage over the new reality. Lut refuses peace, swears vengeance, and promises a storm is coming for hell, no matter what heaven decides. This is the brewing threat in the background. Will heaven truly embrace change, or will old grudges fuel an even bigger war? For Sir Pentious, the journey is painful but bittersweet. After being comforted by Emily, who builds him a little tribute to his beloved inventions, Sir Pentious realizes that maybe, despite his loneliness, there's hope for new bonds. Emily is, in her own quirky way, determined to make sure Pentious is loved here, even if she has no clue quite how to help him adjust. The episode closes with a chilling new policy due. Heaven is officially sealing its gates to all other realms. No demons, no souls, no exceptions, not without explicit approval. For everyone inside, it's safety, maybe. For Sir Pentious, it's an even deeper isolation. He's locked away from everything he once loved, a living reminder of both heaven's mercy and its lingering fear. So, what does it all mean? Hazbin Hotel Season 2 Episode 2 isn't just about a demon making it to heaven. It's about trust, second chances, and the scary, messy process of rewriting the rules. The leaders of heaven are rattled to the core. realizing the choices they made out of fear might have cost countless souls their shot at peace. Meanwhile, hell grows more confident. If one demon can be saved, who's to say more can't ascend? But as old enemies simmer and new friendships spark, the real question is what happens when the cycle of vengeance finally breaks? Or will the storm loot promises consume everyone? There you have it. The redemption of Serpentius, the reckoning of heaven's leaders, and a universe on the edge of war and change. Will Sarah choose peace or punishment? Will Serpentius ever see his friends again? And can heaven hold onto its fragile hope, or will the bruised wings of the angels drag it back into war? If you loved this recap, drop your thoughts down below. Tell us what shocked you, what you think will happen next, and who deserves redemption. Don't forget to smash that like button, share with your fellow Hazbin Hotel fans, and subscribe for more breakdowns and deep dives into this groundbreaking show. See you in hell, or heaven, next time.